Let's go over all the games happened on Thursday night. The first game is the Dallas Mavericks beating Detroit Pistons 115-105. Oh boy, that's why sometimes you have to stream Tim Hardaway Jr. Sometimes you hit the jackpot. Tim Hardaway Jr. went off 42 points. This is the guy. This is what this guy can do. With Luka out, he could score 30 points if his shots are falling, right? He won't be shy letting it fly. Hit six threes, 10 for 10 from the free throw line, good efficiency, and 42 points. He helped you greatly in those four categories. I'm talking about in category leagues. But he doesn't get rebound, assists, steals, and blocks. But everything else, if the shots are falling, efficiency look great as well. Really, really good. I think Mavericks got 5 games this week, I believe. Yeah, so they have another back-to-back this weekend. Tim Hardaway Jr. is a guy we want to stream. And Dorian Finney-Smith, Josh Richardson. Dorian Finney-Smith is out, but all those guys you could stream them for their back-to-back on the weekend. You know, per game wise, they're probably better options on the waiver wire than let's say a Tim Hardaway Jr. in terms of I'm talking about if everybody is back and healthy. But if you have limited acquisitions and they got a back to back, you have to grab those guys. Especially if Luka continues to miss games. I don't think it's something serious, and obviously I wouldn't drop Luka Doncic. They have a back to back. He's also great, providing great counting stats. Um, but just keep an eye. I think if Luka continues to continue, Luka might miss one game of the back to back. Porzingis came back. This is why when Porzingis got hurt 2 weeks ago, maybe like a week and a half, right? And you don't have an IR, for sure he was a drop. Uh, this like even for the next few games, he might play 20 minutes and not give you much value. And consider they have a back to back coming up. Do we know for sure that he's gonna play back to backs? So realistically, for the rest of the week, we got 3 days left. He might just play 20 minutes of basketball. So instead of you drop him, right, you stream somebody else in, he could give you great value. This game 11 points and nothing else. Uh, but once he's fully ramped up, sure, like he's giving you good points, rebound, and blocks. Dwight Powell played 25 minutes. The guy is, he's starting a lot this season, but just not really. Just haven't seen him done anything, to be honest. Josh Richardson came back. They have a back to back. If you need some guard stats, I wouldn't hate getting Josh Richardson, but it just if the field goal efficiency is rough with him. Jalen Brunson, no problem streaming him with Luka out. So I would check Luka's status. If Luka continues to be out or Luka misses one game, I would stream Jalen Brunson. He could go off 30 points, 10 assists. That type of games he's capable of doing. For the Detroit Pistons, they have 5 games next week. So I will be okay. You know, Once you win your matchup this week, take care of the business this week. Then I would go very quickly grab Sadibe because they only have 3 games this week. Like the first 3 days, they don't have one game, right? So the strategy would be drop all those Detroit guys before the week starts, right? Maybe after Monday, and then pick up other guys, and then Sunday, once you can pick up players for next week, you grab Sadiq Bey, you grab Isaiah Stewart, right? Those are the 2 guys for sure have the most value. And Mason Plumlee, even Jeremy Grant was out. Mason Plumlee would come in and out of the lineup. I don't know if Mason Plumlee is hurt. If Mason Plumlee is hurt, he's questionable for next game. So he'll come in and play 20 minutes. Isaiah Stewart in that case will play 20 minutes. But they have 5 games, so Mason Plumlee should miss some games, right? Sadiq Bey is a guy that have the most consistent value. So what category does he give us? I think we know he's gonna give us threes. He's very consistent hitting those threes, and we know he grabs some a little bit rebound and steals, nothing else, and a little bit points. But for a guy to play 5 games, I think that's good enough value. We got to grab him for next week for sure. Maybe for a lot of the guys, it's championship round. So yeah, Isaiah Stewart, great. This is like what Isaiah Stewart can do. This is another guy that we gotta stream next week. 5 games total value, he could be top 20, top 30, especially the rebound blocks. and field goal. And he even hit 2 threes this game. 20 points and yeah, just all around great. If he gets minutes, they got 5 games. He's another guy you have to stream. And then when it comes to the Detroit guards, now it gets a little bit interesting. Killian Hayes played 30 minutes. He's really good when after coming back from injury, he's been getting a lot of steals and assists for us. But he's gonna miss back to backs. So realistically, for next week, he might only get 3 games. You might only get 3 games out of him. So I would check the lineup, see what happens, see the status. If he missed games, I would just drop him and stream somebody else. And again, depend on how many acquisitions you have and how many spots are you really streaming. For Josh Jackson, yeah, he's a guy that obviously we could stream, but the minutes is up and down. Diallo actually played 28 minutes, but a lot of the games he plays 15 and sometimes he doesn't even play. So it's just hard to stream guys other than Sadiq and Stewart, especially the young guys. Like Corey Joseph is a good assist and steals guy, but he didn't play this game. So what are we gonna do? Just don't feel comfortable, even though they got 5 games. But maybe you only got 3 games out of Corey Joseph because just the lineup change. Who knows, right? The next game, the Brooklyn Nets, great, beating the Indiana Pacers. Not so much for Kyrie owners. He just, he's out again. Who knows? Nets. It was a back-to-back. They have another game Sunday. Hopefully Kyrie plays in that, because now you got to make a decision, because you have Friday. Okay, we're gonna check if Kyrie's status, but if Kyrie misses out this game, you're gonna have some decisions to make, because if he misses this game again, it means it's something. It's not just for rest, right? So he could miss Sunday's game. And how many games does the Nets have? They have 3 games next week. So for a lot of people, next week is the finals. But if you have 2 more weeks, the last week Nets have 4 games. But they have 2 back-to-backs. Also, if you own KD, is also something to think about, because realistically, next week you're gonna get 3 KD games, and then the last week, week 20, last week for everybody, Brooklyn Nets got 2 back-to-backs. So KD realistically gonna play 2. So sometimes maybe it's time to make some tough decisions. But hopefully Kyrie plays today. That means it's not serious. He's a top 10 guy. We know that. But KD is really, really good. Like 42 points, 10 assists, a steal, efficient everywhere. What else can you say about KD? Really good. And if Kyrie continues to miss, and he played 36 minutes, just hopefully he doesn't get injured again. Joe Harris is a 3-point streamer. Sure, hit 3 threes. And Jeff Green, what's going on? He's been starting at the center position and getting huge minutes. If you need some efficiency and 3, he's a guy that pretty efficient, grabs some rebound. He did a little bit of everything in this game. Efficient and 5 assists even. Shaman also a 3-point streamer, but I prefer Joe Harris over Shaman. Tyler Johnson started at the shooting, the point guard position. Didn't really do much. And you know who went off? Alize Johnson. So with LaMarcus Aldridge retiring, with Claxton out, he got 32 minutes, had 21 rebounds, 20 points. I would keep my eye on him. This game, DeAndre Jordan just didn't play. Weird stuff. What's gonna happen with Johnson next game? We don't know. But if he's getting 30 minutes again, we have to roster him. Maybe this is just a 1-game thing. But I don't know. DeAndre Jordan is in and out of the lineup. It's not the first time we've seen DeAndre Jordan didn't play the last game and then played the next game 20-25 minutes. So this is a situation. They have a back-to-back tonight. I will be what am I gonna do? I would take a flyer on him. If he goes off again, that's great. If not, I just drop somebody else, right? Depending on what you need. If you need some rebounding, some defensive stats, like I would take a flyer on him. Blake Griffin, 13 minutes now. I mean, nobody else on the Nets are worth streaming, to be honest. For the Pacers don't have a good schedule. They have 3 games this week, and then They have 3 games, and they have another only 3 games next week. They have 4 games next week, sorry. And then on week 20, the last week of the fantasy season for everybody, where's the Pacers? They have 5 games. So when they have 5 games, all the guys, TJ McConnell, all those guys need to be picked up. But they also have 4 games this week. O'Shea Brissett, another great one. I think we need to look at him for next week and stream him. He could potentially help you win the league. Consider they have 4 games and 5 games. They have 9 total games in the next 2 weeks. Another great one for him. 9 rebounds. This guy just put up fantasy stats. 2 steals, 3 blocks. Just do everything. 2 threes even. 14 points. This is the guy we love. Jakar Sampson, 20 minutes. He's also a guy that we could stream. Everybody is out. Sabonis, he's been out for so long. I don't know what's up with Sabonis. But if Sabonis comes back, obviously both guys going to be losing out. But they could still have some value. He's questionable for next game. So I would see what happens when Sabonis comes back. But those guys, they should still get some minutes. Edmund Sumner not interested. Karis LeVert with everybody out. And also Malcolm Brogdon. What's up with him? He left the game with an injury. Hamstring issues. That sucks. He could be. I don't know. Hammy issues. We seen James Harden this season. I think we saw Mike Conley last season as well. They rushed back to play, and then they play 10 minutes out. So Malcolm Brogdon, let's see if he. This is the guy that I'll be okay moving on from. To be honest, if he hammy issues, you gotta make some tough decisions. He might be out for a week, and like I said, we got 2 weeks of fantasy season. If he's out for a week, and we know Pacers last week had 5 games, but he's gonna miss some of those games, right? TJ McConnell with Malcolm Brogdon out. TJ McConnell is a must roster. You gotta pick him up. We know with Malcolm Brogdon out, he only played 20 minutes, but look, he's gonna play 30 minutes, and they got 9 games in the next 2 weeks. All of a sudden, those guys are really, really good streaming options on this Pacers team. Justin Holiday is a guy for sure I would look at. Struggled pretty hard, only 20 minutes this game, but he could go off. He could be good defensive stats and threes. Doug McDermott, if you need points with good efficiency, he's the one to go to. But I would say, without everybody out, I mean, if Malcolm Brogdon misses games, for sure, TJ McConnell is a must roster guy. And O'Shea Brissett and Jakar Sampson, I would check what happens when Sabonis comes back and how many minutes he plays. Because they have so many games, I wouldn't be surprised Sabonis misses a few games now that he's got a back injury. So I would check the status, and then make decisions. If Sabonis is out, if his status is unclear. Let's go to the next game. The next game is the Milwaukee Bucks losing to what a game. 136 to 143. Both teams, how did they score so many points? I mean, it sucks. Milwaukee Bucks. Okay, now Giannis left with what did he? Yeah, he had an ankle injury. And they don't have any more games this week. And another thing is, for next week, how many games does Bucks have? Let me just check real quick. Because Giannis could miss. They have 3 games this week. Sorry, they have 3 games next week. And for Milwaukee Bucks, they have a game on Sunday, which for sure Giannis is going to miss. And then they only have 3 games next week. And then in the championship, depending on your league, if your league is over next week, if next week is your last week and you have Giannis is a drop. For sure. Right? They won't have 3 games. I mean, best case scenario, he plays 1 game by the end of next week. That's best case scenario. And in the championship week, maybe he comes back, play. How many games do they have? Let's see, Milwaukee Bucks. Okay, they got 5 games. That changed things a little bit. Because Giannis could realistically be back by the end of next week. and play 4 of those 5 games. But man, it's tough. Then you make another decision, right? But if your league ends next week, you close your eyes and you drop him, right? Very simple. Because they only have 3 games next week, anyways, and he's gonna for sure miss 3 games. That's a given. With Giannis out, I think Bobby Portis needs to be picked up. The guy gave him 25 minutes, really, really good rebound points and defensive stats. Right, Bobby Portis is the guy we want to pick up. I mean, PJ Tucker may also get more minutes, but PJ Tucker is not a good fantasy guy. And then remember, in the last week of the season, these guys have 5 games. Milwaukee Bucks, but it might depend on your league schedule. I mean, I think most of the leagues, the last week is probably next week. So Bucks guys, they don't really have much value. Chris Middleton, grade 33. Healthy all season. He's a guy that could potentially contribute so much. If we get to the last week of week 20, May 10th, they got 5 games. But if your league ends next week, then sucks. They only have 3 games. Brook Lopez, great game, but didn't hit any threes. Only 1 block. Dante DiVincenzo didn't really do much. I mean, we could move on from him. They have 1 game on Sunday and 3 games next week. So for sure, drop him and swing somebody else. Jrue Holiday went off again. Man, Jrue Holiday is so good. Good efficiency from the field, 60%. Against the Rockets is a bad defensive team. There's no surprise there. 29 points, 10 assists, 2 steals, and 4 blocks. Really, really good. But with Giannis out, I think we want to stream Bobby Portis. The only thing is they only have 3 games this week. Next week. So I would stream Bobby Portis on Sunday if I need those categories. And next week I would stream him, and then if they don't have games in 2 days, I would then drop him. Right, Milwaukee Bucks, they have a back-to-back on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So for sure, I would hold on to him, maybe all the way till Friday, and then make a decision what I want to do on Saturday and Sunday, because they don't have any games next Saturday and Sunday. For the Rockets, we know who went off, Michael Porter Jr. I mean, a lot of guys went off, to be honest. But this Rocket team, man, let's say you got Kevin Porter Jr., Christian Wood, and Kelly Olynyk. Are you losing this week? Are you going to lose this week? I highly doubt it after this game. Kevin Porter Jr., this is a limited upside. Is a good thing, right? For Kevin Porter Jr., now that John Wall is out for season, I mean, he only took 26 shots to get there. It's not like he took 35. 26 shots, obviously shot at 9 free throws, 9 threes. He really had it going from the 3-point land. 5 rebounds, also 11 assists. That's also great. 1 block, 50 points. This is why he gets a lot of hype. And also this Rocket team, there's nobody competing usage with him. So really, really good. If you picked him up, because I know he's out due to safety protocols. If you picked him up earlier this week, congratulations. The Rockets, they only have 3 games. They would only have 3 games next week. They have a back-to-back Saturday and Sunday, so for sure you hold on to these guys. But for next week, the Houston Rockets, they don't have any games Monday and Tuesday. But they have 3 games from Wednesday to Saturday. Maybe it's time to make some tough decisions after Sunday, right? Because Kevin Porter Jr. realistically is a guy that give you points, give you some assists now that John Wall is out. But the efficiency is rough. But obviously he's, the way he's playing now, I would see what happens Saturday and Sunday, maybe make a decision, because he's a guy, like I would rather, because 3 games from Kevin Porter Jr. versus some, Detroit like Saddiq Bey, 5 games. Saddiq Bey probably has more value. But I think this is a decision that we need to think about. Do we want to keep riding Kevin Porter Jr. next week? But you could just ride him till Saturday and drop him and play somebody, do another waiver pickup on Sunday. I think that's more reasonable. Christian Wood, great. Hit his free throws. Look at that. The line looks very pretty. But everybody went off. We know that. He hit 6 threes. My God. 83% from the free throw line, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and block, 31 points. Good for Christian Wood. And again, if the guy can hit his free throws like 75%, he's a top 20 guy. If not, he's shooting 65% from the free throw this year on pretty high volume. When that happens, he's like a 50 guy, top 50 guy. Kelly Olynyk, again, great, man. Kelly Olynyk in the last month. I don't know what else to say about this guy. 28th ranked player. Another great one. 24 points, 13 rebounds, 3 threes, good, efficient everywhere, 4 assists, 2 steals and block. So good. I don't know where Kelly Olynyk might end up next year, but I think given minutes, 30 minutes, he could be a top 50 guy, right? He doesn't really need that many shots to be that good, right? Because he's going to grab rebound, get assists, steals, and blocks. Good efficiency, right? He doesn't really need to score all that much to be a top 50 guy. Jason Tate also, I think, is a must roster guy because he's been giving, his minutes has been really, really high and be giving us a lot of minutes. So all those 4 Rocket guys can potentially help you win the league. Hold on very tight. The next game, Timberwolves, they are on a 3-game winning streak. I don't know what's going on. They beat the Warriors. Steph Curry, again, carrying the load. Number 1 guy in the last month. So I don't think if Curry is healthy, in no circumstances you want to drop him. They have 4 games next week, so that's great. Curry this game 37 points, did everything. It took 17 3-10 shot, 3-pointers, hit 6, 9 for 9 on the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 8 assists and 2 steals, just great. Draymond Green, good, 11 points even, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks. This is the guy that I think Draymond Green is better than Ben Simmons. If we talk about the rebound, assists, steals, and blocks, for sure he's better than Ben Simmons. And Ben Simmons' efficiency is pretty rough as well. So, yeah, I think if you want to deploy a strategy in category D, if you're punting points and you're punting, really, Draymond Green, you don't need to punt threes actually. He give you a little bit threes. If you're punting points, Draymond Green is great, right? This is a strategy that for sure it could work very well. If you got Draymond Green and some couple other guys, like if you got a Draymond Green, you got Russell Westbrook, you get a couple of other guys like the Conley's and rebound assists, you got that locked down, right? And you don't even have to spend, you don't have to draft them in the top 20, top 25. So Andrew Wiggins, another great one, 27 points, 2 blocks, 3 threes. They got 4 games next week. I don't have him on your team. Bazemore also went off, 10 rebounds, 3 steals and a block. Bazemore is a guy that I'm very interested in streaming. He had very good upside getting the defensive stats, right? I think he did it the other night, and I did it again here. 3 steals and a block, and 2 threes. We gotta look at him, right? We have to. Really, really good. Kevon Looney also thought he would grab us more rebound and more defensive stats, but he hasn't been doing that, honestly. So I would be okay. The Warriors, they got a back-to-back to start off the week. So I would maybe stream here and then drop it. Stream somebody else. Cam Bazemore is the guy I'm very interested in streaming. For the Timberwolves, Jaden McDaniels, the minutes is high, but he's not really doing much at the moment. Let's look at the Timberwolves schedule. If they have a back-to-back, no worries. Yeah, they have a game on Saturday, and then for next week, also is a drop. After Saturday is a drop. They don't have games for 3 days, another 3 days, and they only have 3 games next week. Only 3 games next week, so that's not ideal. Karl Anthony Towns, obviously you don't drop him. 3 games of Cat is better than any waiver guy 5 games, right? 22 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. They not have the best game, but they still got the win. Anthony Edwards continues to be a beast. 25 points and a block, 3 threes, good efficiency. He's been really, really good in the last month or so. Last 2 months actually. And I don't know how Ricky Rubio got his 31 minutes, but all these guys, they are, Anthony Edwards, depending on what you need. If you need points, I think he might be a hold because he's a top 50 guy. right? Maybe you can drop him after Saturday next week and pick up another guy if you really need some productions. But I think he's a hold. Anthony Edwards is pretty elite if you're punting field goal. Ricky Rubio is a drop after Saturday's game. But somehow he played 31 minutes. Really good line, actually, if you stream him. 5 threes, 26 points, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds, 2 steals. And D'Lo, only 24 minutes. Is he a must roster? I think he's also a drop. They only have 3 games next week. Maybe a drop after Saturday. Depending on how many acquisitions you have again, right? If you have a lot, I think he's a drop. If not, you keep him. Wait till them play all the games next week, and maybe if you really need some production, you could drop him. But really, at this point, he give you assists and points and threes, right? That's 3 categories. That's good. But he's hurting you. Field goal. He's hurting your free throw even, and he give you high turnovers. He doesn't get rebound and blocks. So this is just depend on your matchup next week. You can make more decisions, maybe on Monday, on what you want to do with him. Let's go to the next game. The New Orleans Pelicans beating OKC. Yeah, they should win. Brandon Ingram, great, 24 points. How is every team I gotta look at their schedule. For New Orleans Pelicans, great. They have. They already played 3 games this week. So they got a game on Saturday, and for next week, I'm mainly looking ahead. For next week, the New Orleans Pelicans, they got 4 games next week, no worries. They have a back-to-back to start the week, and they have 1 game on Friday, 1 game on Sunday. So their schedule is not too bad. Brandon Ingram, great, 24 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Zion Williamson, sure, 27. And Hernan, 27, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Hernan Gomez is a guy we want to stream. Right, good rebound guy for sure. If you need rebound, look at him. 13 points, pretty good game. 10 rebound, 2 steals and a block. Like I said, they have 4 games next week. He's a guy very interested in streaming. Eric Bledsoe, not doing anything. Give it 30 minutes. Lonzo Ball, another great one. Not so much scoring wise. He missed all his threes, but 10 rebounds, 6 assists. This is the Lonzo we know. This is the Lonzo we like. Like I said, if you pound points, stack him and Draymond Green. You pretty much locked in you're just adding a couple of other guards like rebound, assist, steals, and block. Like you're gonna win those 4 categories. Good stuff from Lonzo. But nobody else at the moment, like bench guys from the Pelicans, is worth streaming. They're not getting huge minutes. None of those guys are getting huge minutes. For OKC, they have 5 games, as I talked about many times. They still got 2 more this week. But after this week, I think everybody is a drop because Oklahoma City, they only have 3 games next week. Again, they have 4 games next week. Okay. So maybe you still roster some of those guys. Prokashevsky played 27 minutes. Horrible from the field, 3 for 16. This is a worry with him. Like a lot of the guys, the efficiency is rough. He grabbed 9 rebounds and steal. If you don't care about the field goal, you could safely stream him because he give you pretty much everything else. Same thing with Darius Bazley. Bad field goal, bad free throw, high turnover again. But the rebound and the points is there. Moses Brown played 32 minutes, went off. The guy's minutes is really inconsistent. But, hey, if you're looking for rebound, he give you that, 18 rebound. If they got 2 more games, you could stream him if you need some rebound and defensive stats. Lou Dort is a guy he turned into a scorer basically with everybody out. 17 points, 4 threes, great. If you want some points, I can't believe Lou Dort become a points and 3 streamer by the end of the season, but he is at this moment. Theo Maledon, 16 points, 2 blocks. Okay numbers. If they have good number of games, I wouldn't hate streaming him. And Isaiah Roby somehow only got 15 minutes. That's not good. I thought this guy would get 25 minutes, but in 15, 16 minutes, if you stream him, you can't really complain. They have a back-to-back, so I'll be okay if you need some rebound and some defensive stats. He gave us 13 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals in 15 minutes. Can't really complain with this stat line. Ty Jerome is a guy, maybe not, because for him, the minutes is very inconsistent. If he has it going, he will play 30. Otherwise, play 19. So if I have to stream, I would play Isaiah Roby. I have more confidence with Isaiah Roby's minutes than Ty Jerome. Let's go to the last game of the night. The Toronto Raptors losing to Denver. Interestingly, I will see they have another back. Raptors got 2 more games. They also is a team that have 5 games this week. So are they gonna play Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet is actually out this game. Huh. Is he out for rest purposes? Yeah. The left hip is still bothering him. But Kyle Lowry played. So I wouldn't be surprised if Kyle Lowry missed 1 game. And obviously it sucks. That's why we want to, beginning of the week, we wanted to stream Malachi Flynn. Right? He's horrible this game, minus 25, but he played 32 minutes. Because some of those guards going to be out, miss a few games, and then he will come in and play 30 plus minutes. And this is what he can do. 6 rebounds, 2 threes, good efficiency, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. And that's not too bad, but 6 turnovers obviously sucks. 16 points. They have a back-to-back. I would continue streaming him Saturday and Sunday. Kyle Lowry, great. I mean, if he's playing, it's great. And play 32 minutes, 20 points, 7 assists, and 2 steals. Let's look at the Raptors' schedule for next week. We know they have 5 games this week. But for next week, they only have 3 games. So not the best. And then the last week of the, and then 2 weeks from now, yeah, they have 4 games. But Kyle Lowry, obviously, if he's playing, they don't have a back-to-back, those 3 games. So I would definitely, play Kyle Lowry because he can't be a worse guy. He basically contributes across the board. So you don't really have a good excuse to drop Kyle Lowry. Maybe the only thing he hurts you a field goal, but you don't have to pump field goal if you have Kyle Lowry. He helps your free throw. He hits threes. He grabs rebounds, steals, right? Even a little bit blocks as a point guard. So, if he's playing great. Cam Burch is a guy that if you stream him this week, 3 games so far, good production every single game. They have 2 more games, right? That's why if you stream correctly, even if you were the underdog, your team doesn't look as stacked as your opponents. 5 games of Cam Burch, 5 games of Malachi Flynn, right? Cam Burch really good again. Good field goal. 2 for 4 from the free throw line sucks, but hit 2 threes, 8 rebound, 4 assists. I mean, just everything. You don't see any zeros across the board. 20 points, really, really good. And he was a +8. Siakam, not so good. 11 points and 5 rebounds. Did not have the best game. OG continues to score a bunch of points. 25 points is still on a block, but really for OG and hit 4 threes, you don't want him to take 21 shots. Don't think he should be the first option on the team, but just mainly the defensive stat. OG's value comes from his defense. Let's look at Denver Nuggets last team of the night. Michael Porter Jr. had an ankle injury. Great to see him play. And for Denver, they don't have. Let's see. Do they have another game this week? Yeah, they have a game on Saturday. And for next week, they have 4 games. So schedule looks all right to me. Michael Porter Jr. hold on to him tight. It's a good thing he came back and played. So I don't know what's ankle injuries. I don't know. Ankle injury could look bad and the guy plays next game, or it could look okay and the guy end up missing 2 weeks. We just don't know. We don't know the severity. But he had 3 blocks, 3 threes again. Not so good from the field. Maybe the ankle is bothering him just a little bit. 7 rebounds. 4 for 4 from the field at 22 points. It's great. And he was a +16. If Michael Porter Jr. is healthy, I don't know. Aaron Gordon is a must roster. I don't think so. Only played 24 minutes. Have 7 rebounds, 4 assists is okay. Jokic, guy is healthy all season. This game didn't really give us any assists. Only the points and the rebound. But do you really want to complain about Jokic's production if you got him on your team? You cannot. PJ Dozier be getting huge minutes. I'll be okay streaming him for a little bit stat across the board, but obviously he didn't really give us much. He is a team best +25. And Campazzo, if you need assists and steals, he's the best guy. And TJ McConnell, as I said earlier, you gotta pick him up. They have 9 games in the next 2 weeks. If next week is your championship even, you have to grab him, because I think Brogdon's gonna miss some time and TJ gonna come in and play 25 to 30 minutes. Can go off, give you 13 assists and 4 steals. Very easily, he could do that. And that's it for all the games. I mean, Austin Rivers is not worth streaming. He's not a good fantasy player. Can hit some threes. That's it. That's it for all the games. I will see you guys tomorrow.